The Warriors currently sit at a league worst of 15-50. They very quickly went from the best to the worst team in the NBA. With the Warriors likely getting a top 5 pick this up-and-coming draft, we have become aware of some of the significant updates in regard to whom they might be thinking of. The San Francisco Chronicle recently published an interesting article, link's going to be below, where they explain how the Warriors GM, Bob Myers, gave Steve Kerr some homework in late March to essentially watch more closely and reach a resolve with the 7 or 8 prospects Golden State was known to have their eyes on. Although I am fairly certain of their likely top prospect and choice given what we know about the Warriors franchise, let's talk about their potential choices for just a second. What is up, guys? It's your favorite coach's favorite editor. If you haven't already, drop a like, cause those can help. Hit that subscribe button as well. Okay, so very quickly, I want to get a few things out of the way. The San Francisco Chronicle did contact the Warriors, and contrary to what the mock draft suggests, 2 players who were getting a lot of mentions and eyeballs with respect to possibly getting picked up by the Warriors, James Wiseman and LaMelo Ball, they no longer seem likely. The Chronicle claims, as one source from the Warriors put it, I think they'd only take one of those 2 if they were trading down the draft and taking them for another team, end quote. But wait, James Wiseman made a lot of sense for a lot of people. The Warriors could have definitely used a big presence down low. Wiseman being athletic, someone that played well in transition, unmatched athleticism, and a great rebounder, it looked likely, especially given he has a very similar feel as some of the Warriors' more recent fills at center, Kevin Looney and Damian Jones. And LaMelo Ball, he's a great athlete too, and when you're this polished, you can make passes that you couldn't see if you were watching the game in slow motion. As a 6'7" point guard, you can make a lot of sense for any team. We've watched him get exponentially better over the years, and he's proven no matter where he's at, he could drop triple doubles like nothing. At this point, you might be thinking, why wouldn't the Warriors want these guys? And to put it simply without wasting your time, nobody knows. They didn't make it apparent. All that was made public was that they weren't interested. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, and this is just my opinion, I think Wiseman's a great fit. I could see him operating in a system like Golden State's seamlessly. LaMelo, on the other hand, showed too many similarities to DAngelo Russell, who the Warriors made it clear wasn't going to. Now, do I think he could be a generational talent or the face of a franchise? Sure, why not? But with what the Warriors are working with right now, especially with facilitators like Curry, Draymond, and Clay, I would argue it's a balance you don't want to offset. I would argue he's not a good fit. Of course, there was talk of Anthony Edwards, but with no mention of him in any of the more recent reports, he's as likely as any of the other top draft picks. I think who they have their eyes on could not be a more perfect fit for the Warriors. I actually did a video on him over 6 months ago, at which point he was really an up-and-coming star with insane potential. He's the young Israeli hooper Deni Avdija. Interestingly, his personality is strikingly similar to LaMelo's. He's actually got some very polarizing media attention where he's from as well, but we'll talk about that later. And coincidentally, their games are also comparable, but without going too deep into Deni's game, I will say he has the skills of a 6'9" point guard. He could push the ball in transition, knows how to pass, great defense, pure shot, but wait. I want to go deeper. In 24 hours, I'm gonna drop a remastered version of the previous Deni video I made to give you guys a full look at who I think will be the newest Warrior. The Warriors have cultivated a dynasty governed by a very unique culture and playstyle. Since Steve Kerr took the reins in 2014, in the succeeding 5-year span, the Warriors would win 322 games, a feat no other team has even come close to. I believe it was no coincidence. They played with a level of selflessness and chemistry that really has never been seen before, with very few exceptions. Again, it's my strong opinion the Warriors, or any team for that matter, has to be extremely cognizant of how a new player might alter the current dynamics of a team, which is a concept that doesn't receive the attention it deserves. As we've always said, basketball isn't addition, it's algebra. It's less who's the best player in the draft and how do we get him, but how do we maximize the resources available to us, and above everything else, play as a team and win games, period. And well, for those reasons, I feel Deni would be the best fit for the Warriors, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. Regardless, the full Deni Avdija review is getting dropped tomorrow at the same time as this one. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed. It's your favorite coach's favorite editor, Dre, and see you on the next one.